Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a long time since my last video. It has been a hectic couple of weeks, and I'm actually doing this video from my accommodation because I'm traveling for work, and this is the only time I've actually been able to find during this little trip interstate to do this video. And I'm gonna have to refresh my memory a little bit, but I know that in the last video we played Tottenham Hotspur in the Champions League round of 16, and we were defeated away 2-0. So we have some work to do to keep our hopes alive in this Champions League fight. Calvo has the clean sheet lead. 8 clean sheets in the Champions League, currently the best goalkeeper going around in Europe in the Champions League. As we look to our calendar, and we've just come off that 2-0 loss against Tottenham. We got Ajax and FCSB in a league match, and we've also got Ferencvárosi, I think that is, in another league match, and then we have our second leg decider against Tottenham. Again, we having a look at some free agents. This guy here, Rodrigo Marquez, off the free agency, looked quite decent. Someone that we're looking at and we have been scouting. And another player that we're looking at here is Emilio Wagner. And we're going to go in and we're going to have a look at him, and we are going to purchase this player and fill up our squad even more. In the previous videos, we've been looking at a lot of players like this coming off the free agency and just trying to bolster the squad with some semi-decent players that don't cost us anything. They can kind of be there if someone goes down, because we have had a few injuries. I think in the last video we lost Antuna for 6 months with a cruciate ligament injury, so we've had to find players to fill spots when other players can't play, and also when other players are tired, because we've got so many games to play this season, and we are in all comps still. We are in the league, we are in the cup, and we are in the Champions League. So lots of games being played and lots of players that need to be rested. But as we go in to our first game, we have a top of the table clash against Ajax Athens, and they have that 6-point lead against us, and we are at home, and it is us on the attack in the first half here. And this is Busio with the ball now, playing in to Pekovic. Pekovic, lovely little turn, goes for goal, and it is saved by the Ajax keeper. Lovely turn inside by Pekovic, and beating a couple of defenders, but just couldn't beat the keeper there. From the corner now, and there is a header down, and it is a goal to Dinamo Zagreb. And it is Pekovic, second time lucky, to open the scoring in this top of the table clash. Getting in front of 2 players there, and the header to the near post. He had front position and used his strength and height to get to that ball and put it in the back of the net. We need to make haste against Ajax, because we need to get away from them, catch up to them in the league, as it's Spikic now with a great run down the wing, and he's going to play it back inside, and it is the second goal. And it's Vega this time, with Spikic making the run down the wing, Antuna style. That's something that Antuna is akin to doing, and Spikic showing that he is capable as well. And the ball inside, and it's played between a sea of Ajax defenders, and Vega is just able to put that one home. Keeper had no chance. As we move into the 23rd minute, it's Ajax on the attack and keeping it in our own defense. And it's to Spikic, so right from the byline here, and we're going to go forward And this is Perisic, one of our new signings, to Ivanovic, and it's a great ball through to Pekovic. And Pekovic, it's 3-0 in the first half in this top of the table clash. Unbelievable. Dinamo have come out and made a statement. This is the full squad we're playing today. No time to rest on our laurels in this one now. We've got to make the most of every game in this league if we are to become league champions this season. And we are making it very difficult for Ajax to even get a chance this game as they go forward, and the shot is brilliantly saved by Calvo. Straight aim, really. Actually, it's almost like he was he wasn't expecting it to come so close to him. He got these hands up in front of his face and made the save. As we go forward now, it's the second half, and this is Vega. Vega turning inside. Beautiful turn. Vega finishing it off, and it is the second goal for Vega. And it's 4-0 Dinamo. Ajax have no answer and are not showing that they are the top of the table team that they have been all season. Later in the second half now, it's Ajax on the attack, and they are walking through our defence, but it's Calvo with the save, and another save, and a foul. Ref lets it go, and Calvo puts this one out to J-Trilla, who is playing a little bit on his own here, to Busio, back to J-Trilla, to Sanchez, and now to Rodriguez. In midfield, quick little turn, it's onto Hartley. Hartley beating almost three players then, and Emreli. What a turn from Emreli. And Emreli, he's going to have a shot. Doesn't get it into the back of the net, but it comes to Hartley. And from close range, Hartley can't put it away. Corner now, and Emreli in, off the keeper, off the bar. Brilliant header. See it again, the corner. Into the keeper's hands. He couldn't get enough on it. And it's straight into the post. And into the back of the net. And Emreli scores another goal this season. '84th minute, and it's Hartley playing it to Busio, to Ivanovic, to Kleinheiser. Great ball across, and it is the fifth goal as Emreli just side foots that one into the back of the net, and it's a dominant performance from Dinamo today. Top of the table clash, but it could be a top versus bottom clash the way this has panned out. And I think we've done this to them before this season, or maybe it was last season. I'm not quite sure. I think it was this season because we are in the playoff rounds, I believe. If I remember correctly. Or maybe I'm incorrect. Either way, that's how it would finish. A great win at home for Dinamo as we try to close the gap, and we have closed the gap on Ajax. A couple of goals to Emreli, a couple of goals to Vega, and a goal to Pekovic. And in this one, it is Dinamo Zagreb 6, Ajax Athens 0. Pekovic got 2 goals as well. So, Elax Moriba, again, cannot sign him. He is on loan, and we are unable to make any play for him. Another player we're looking at is Benjamin Manning, 19 years old, and he can play all around the park, and someone to develop for the future. British player, I think he is. England he's from, and we're going to sign him once again. Another free agency player, and someone who we can, sell for a profit if it doesn't work out. So, like I've said ad nauseum, the free agency market is the place you want to go to pick up a lot of gems and players that you can develop to later at least build up your, your coffers to buy better players. So there's plenty out there. You just got to know where to look. Another one, we're looking at Oliver Lewis, 65 overall, 19 from England. And do we approach to sign? What are we doing here? We are approaching to sign him. So, like I said, you can just, they cost nothing, so you pay them a little bit of money. They're very cheap. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, when they're so young as they are, you can put them out on loan, let them develop at another club and bring them back in when they're ready to go. So I'll keep harping on it. Keep going to the free agency and try to scout the players. You've got plenty of time. You don't need to rush a deal on any of these guys. Just scout them. If they look decent enough and if they're young enough, pick them up. They're not going to cost you much at all. Might cost you $1,000, $2,000, €3,000, $1,000, whatever you want to call it, per week. We are now 4 points adrift of Ajax, and it wasn't the playoffs just yet. We have 2 more games to go. So as we saw the calendar before, we got this one game against FCSB, then we got another one against Ferencvárosi, and then we got those playoff rounds at the end of the season, because you can see that the calendar's blank after that Champions League game. And that means there are some games to be scheduled. As we move into the second game of this video, FCSB still in the league, and a team that in the past we haven't had too much trouble with. They are currently 7th on the table. We are 2nd, and again, another win. Every win is crucial now to bridging that gap to Ajax as we go on the attack here. This is the 4th minute. Spikic playing a ball in, brilliant header, and it's Vega opening the scoring for Dinamo Zagreb. We are masters of getting the early goal. Don't know what it is, but it seems that a lot of teams like to go to sleep very early in the game, and we always seem to nick one very early on. Not always, but it seems to be a common theme I've noticed in a lot of the videos. You don't notice it so much when you're playing, you just kind of play the games, but as I'm doing these videos I can see we just score a lot of goals really early in the game as we go on the attack again, and this is Spikic again in the play. Is he going to supply again? He is going to supply, and it's going to be Pekovic with the second goal in the 14th minute. Dinamo making a statement late in this season that they're not done yet, and Ajax need to keep one eye over their shoulder because we are coming. And with all these goal scoring now, the goal flurries, this could improve some of the situations with the top goal scorer in the league, as this is Perisic playing in Ivanovic. And he didn't score in the last game, but he has scored in this one. And it's 3-0 in the 20th minute. And what is looking like another convincing and dominant performance here from Dinamo Zagreb. Taking no prisoners. It's just all-out attack, all-out offense in the last 2 games. And Ivanovic keeps his tally ticking over as another great ball and another great turn, and Vega tries to go all on his own there, and it falls to Pekovic, and this back heel into Vega, and it is another goal. Great little piece of play there. He tried to do it all on his own, and then had the ball stolen away, but it fell to Pekovic, and then the ball was played out to Spikic, I think it was, who backheeled it straight back into the box. As you see it here, the backheel, and Vega's had a crack, and the keeper unable to keep it fully out of play. It's come off, looks like a bit of the knee, bit of the hand, and it's just popped up in the air and dropped under the crossbar. And it's 4-0 in the first half as we go forward again, and it's Vega once again on the attack from halfway, plays in Pekovic, who makes no mistake, and it's 5-0. This is unbelievable dominance as the FCSB fans start to let their team know that they are not impressed by this performance. Clinical finish from Pekovic. As we move into the second half now, 74th minute, and it is FCSB on the attack, and that is the best they could muster as we turn defense into attack. An initial foul is allowed to run, and a great ball across the field, and the header inside, and Emreli kind of muffed that opportunity, but it is the end of the game, and it is another big victory for Dinamo Zagreb as we march closer to putting ourselves right in the sights of Ajax. It's FCSB 0, Dinamo Zagreb 5. Qatar, we're just looking at some of these contract offers for international clubs, and Qatar, we're just stalling on that one, waiting around. And like I said in the previous video, we are looking to get ourselves in the position to coach one of these teams soon. I think we were just 1 point behind Ajax there, if I saw that correctly. So game on, as we look at some of the top goal scorers. Ivanovic is now third, only a goal or two behind the top goal scorer, who was Zuba from Ajax, I think it was. And Pekovic is now climbing up in there. And Tuna, our guy who is out for 6 months, still leads the assists with 8 assists. Ivanovic is in there with 7. In the top 5, Calvo has 9 clean sheets. Now, at one point he only had 3, and he was miles off the lead. And he's really turned that around with getting some more games in the league. This Yassine Benrahul from Morocco, 25, and he's a right winger. So we are looking at him a lot more of a decent player. Actually, this was one that I didn't scout fully because I knew the Tottenham game was coming, and I wanted someone out there on that right wing who could replace Antuna in such a crucial game. Spikic has been doing a good job, but I just felt like we needed something else out there, and we've brought this guy in unsighted. He may not be good enough, and we're going to have a look. It's an A graded deal, and his overall is 76. So he's right up there with the level of Antuna, and an adequate replacement, because Spikic is just a little bit below that, and I felt like someone with a bit more experience, someone who comes straight in, and we're going to slot him right in there on the right wing as we prepare for that Champions League game. But before we do that, we have one more league game, and this one is up against Ferencvárosi, if I am getting that logo correct. I am. I'm getting to know this league, I'm getting to know these teams, and this is who we are playing. Ferencvárosi, a team we've had some ups up and down kind of experiences with. We've absolutely drilled them in some games, and then they've beaten us, I think, a few times. Well, we are meeting them again, and this is the final game of the league before we go into the playoff, and it is Dinamo on the attack, and the initial attack is blocked and snuffed out, but not done yet, and it brilliantly kept in there as one of those acrobatic kicks that we see every single video is saved as Ferencvárosi look to go on the attack and rebound from our attack, and they're not done as they keep moving down the wing here, and this is Botka, and Botka gets a ball in, and it's straight to Calvo, not troubling him at all. On the attack again are Ferencvárosi. It is the 40th minute, and this is brilliantly done, but that shot was a bit rash and brash and rushed and slightly off balance and not even on target. Still 0-0 as we go into the second half now, and it is Rodriguez to Perisic. Perisic off the bar. Brilliant strike from Perisic. Unlucky not to score there. It's Benrahu with his first sighted touch by us, and he's done well here to keep possession. Gives it back to Busio, and Busio plays in Perisic, and it is blocked by the defender. We go on the attack again. It is the 59th minute, and this is Ivanovic, and I think that might have taken the deflection off one of the defenders, and the keeper was equal to that and able to anticipate and make the save. It did look like it come off the leg of one of the Ferencvárosi defenders. As we go from the corner now, 61st minute, and the header off the crossbar. Again, another one hits the woodwork, and it's Perisic to rebound here, and that is headed away from the Ferencvárosi defense, but they can't quite clear, but they can now, and they are going to try and counter-attack if they just allow some players to get forward here. And they're doing this well, holding the ball up, and they have broken the lines here. And this is Ferencvárosi on the attack, but we are able to get that one back, and it's Benrahu with the ball. Don't know if I'm actually saying that correctly. And he's going to play one across to Rodriguez as we work our way up into midfield. This is Vega turning inside to Ivanovic. Ivanovic chips a little ball out to Benrahu, who finds himself on the ball again. The ball is played in brilliantly, and this is saved off the Petkovic shot brilliantly by the Ferencvárosi keeper. And now we are from the corner, and it's an absolute scorcher from Marin, which is saved once again by the Ferencvárosi keeper, and it is still 0-0 late in this game. As we get the corner, and this header from J-Trilla cleared brilliantly off the line from the Ferencvárosi defender as we try to rebound again. Špikic on the ball, getting inside, it's stolen away. Ferencvárosi building here, making their way out of defence. This was Wissa to Laduni, I think it is, back to Wissa, and then he plays one inside to Jumin Q. Wissa, the ball in, the header away, and it's in dispute, but it is still Ferencvárosi in attack, and they've turned inside, and this one is straight into the guts of Calvo, and that's how that one would end. Not the result we wanted this late in the season, but it still does put us in a good position once we enter the playoff phase of this league now, because we've drawn ourselves a lot closer to Ajax. It is Dinamo Zagreb 0, Ferencvárosi 0. So, as we go into the playoff, we are only 1 point behind Ajax, and Shakhtar are only 2 points behind us, and it is quite tight all the way through. There's only 7 points separating first and sixth, I think it is, as we once again look at this relegation part, which I never understand why those guys get a chance to play European football when the top 6 should get a chance. And we are going to play one more league match, and this is part of the playoff phase, and it is Ferencvarosi who we're playing again, and this time we do get a goal in the game, and it is Emreli early on as we play our second tier squad in this match because we have a Champions League game coming up. And why is it that our first team could not get it done, and for some reason our second team is doing what the first team couldn't and breaking the deadlock real early on? From the kickoff here, it is Ferencvarosi giving it up, and it's Hartley. How many times have we seen that? And it's Hartley all on his own, and he's blown that one, spraying it wide of the bar. He's tried to bend it, but he didn't get it in the right spot on the foot there, I think, and he's just kind of shot it straight in the air as we go from the goal kick, and this is headed back in, and it's Marin on the ball to Emreli, and Emreli plays a little through ball here to Spikic, who finds in. Marin with the second goal, the header, I think that started with him, so he's made the run after playing it into Emreli and found himself on the end of it. A good bit of play. The little through ball out to Spikic, and it's just been brilliantly placed, and Madden is all on his own, and he gets another goal this season. He is the captain of the B team now, is Madden, and doing a captain's job there as Ferencvarosi tried to go on the attack and get something going. That looked offside, and it is saved by D'Angelo. That little touch there looked like it was offside, but it wasn't called, so we'll trust the AI on that one. Not. And the corner cleared initially, big header, saved by D'Angelo as we enter the 28th minute, and this ball is played through to Marin again. Could he get another? He can get another. It is Marin with 2 goals. The captain's armband, performing like a captain of the future. Brilliant little run. He's not playing striker. I think he is playing the Ivanushev's role as a centre attacking midfielder, and he's doing it well. It's 3-0, and we couldn't get a goal past him with our top squad in the last game. It is Azani putting one in, and it is saved and potentially avoided a bit of embarrassment there. Could have been 4-0 by half time as Ferencvarosi go on the attack, and they've got a few free players, but they don't use them, and they still find another player in the box, but D'Angelo, who is starting to come along. I think early on he was letting in a few howlers, some goals where he was just whiffing, but now he's starting to kind of pick those ones off, as from the corner we see again he makes another great save, and we go into the second half now, and this time it's Ferencvarosi again on the attack, so they are starting to pick it up a bit, and another save from D'Angelo. The striker had options there, probably could have played that one across, but chose to have the shot, and it was brilliantly saved by our second string keeper as we give it up in midfield. Getting a bit complacent here, it's Gavric to Jumin Q to Wissa, and D'Angelo with another save. Do we have another Calvo on our hands? And this one goes over the bar. I think Calvo started out that way too. Had a few rough games and then started to come on as he got a bit more experience. as Ferencvárosi, they are peppering now. Absolutely peppering our goals. But cannot make the breakthrough as we turn defense into attack. And this is Dominier on an absolute stunning run. He's taken on 2 players and he's all on his own. He's going to play this one in. And it was Kleinheiser, I think, who couldn't get it done. And at the end of this one, it is still the victory. And you can see our one of our new signings there, Benjamin, getting a bit of a run there towards the end of the game. I noticed he has a lot of speed, quite fast down, so be good for going down the wing, and maybe potentially could see him in the future. Ferencvárosi 0, Dinamo Zagreb 3. As we take the lead in the league, so I have drawn. And that has put us above them, and we are now in command of the league as we move into Champions League territory. We face a 2-0 deficit against Tottenham Hotspur and have it all to do at home in Zagreb. And this is it. This is the game that could decide whether or not we stay in this competition. And what am I going to say? This is the biggest game that we've had to play in this career save. The biggest game for Dinamo Zagreb to date in this video series. So it's all to play for. If we cannot get the result, we are out. And we got quite a result that we need to achieve because we are facing a 2-0 deficit. A goal from Tottenham would make it very, very difficult in this one. They completely dominated us in the last game. We did have our opportunities, but we weren't able to put them away. Their goalkeeper was absolutely fantastic last time. And this time we need to find a way to hit the back of the net at least twice and keep them out. As we go to Stadion Maksimir in Zagreb, the new stadium that we built when we took over this club. And this is it. This is the big one. The round of 16 match against Tottenham. At home, our fans are waiting for a performance and a night to remember. What a comeback it would be if we were able to turn this one around. The whole city is behind us. The whole nation, you would think, would come together for something like this. And what can that man do? Calvo, Ivanovic, Pekovic, all of them. The whole team. They're coming up against someone who would be pretty confident coming up against us in this match because they had our number, and it is Hugo Lloris in goals for this one. He was not in goals for the first leg, but he is in the goals for this game. And what kind of game is he going to have? He needs to keep the ball out if he's going to get Tottenham through to the next round, and we need a big performance. We need to crack their defense. We need to break through at least twice, as I've said before, to even make this a contest. It's all to play for in this round of 16 Champions League knockout phase game. And at this point, I'm just rambling, wondering why I've taken so long to get the game underway. As we do get the game underway, and it is a 2-0 aggregate, and it is an early steal from Tottenham as they put the pressure on early, and it's Rodriguez with the ball to Perisic, playing against his old club. He only just left them, and it's Busio playing it into Pekovic. Pekovic going into the box, turning, to Benrahu, who puts one just past the post. And I think that might have been saved by the keeper. Was that going in? It was going in. It was saved by Hugo Lloris. And it's a positive start for us. Corner now. And going into the box. It is headed away. And this one falls to Perisic, who plays it out. And it's Vega to Ivanovic to Perisic. And it's Perisic with the opener. And we have one back. In the big game where we needed something. This is why we signed Perisic. The experience. Someone who is not fazed by the occasion. Finds himself in space in the box. And slots it home against his former club. To put the pressure on in this round of 16 Champions League game. And I'm fired up over there on the bench. It's his first goal in the Champions League for us. Is that his first goal for us in general? As 17th minute, and it's Tottenham going forward. It's Harry Kane. And that one is just over the bar. And I think maybe, just maybe, Calvo's got a hand to that. He has got a big hand to that. That probably was going in. And nothing came from that corner. And we find ourselves on the ball again, and we are going forward. It's Perisic now with a brilliant ball through the middle. This is Benrahu, all on his own. Is he going to score? It's not going to happen here. And the corner comes as Tottenham make a mistake. So sitting on the ball maybe a little bit too long here, and the defender able to get a foot to it. And Hugo Lloris is pumped up as the corner comes in, and it's scrambling around in the box there, but we can't make anything of it. And it's still 1-0 and 2-1 on aggregate as we get the ball back, and Rodriguez has brilliantly stole that. And he's found in the middle, Perisic with the second goal, and that's the equaliser in this round of 16 match. Unbelievable from the Croatian superstar as he equalises for Dinamo against Tottenham, and that whole deficit is now wiped out in the first half. Great play from Rodriguez down the wing, and he stole the ball away, and Perisic with the movement in the box and at the near post puts it into the back of the net, and it is 2-2 in this round of 16 match, as it is Petkovic going down the wing, and he's going to play one in, and it is headed and almost a goal. Can you believe it? Almost a goal for Dinamo, and the lead after what seemed like it could be unsurmountable from our performance in the last game, as Tottenham now go forward. This is the 41st minute, and it is a brilliant long-range strike, but Calvo gets the body behind it there and turns that one away for a corner. And the Tottenham coach is clearly frustrated as Song lines up for the corner. Chooses to play it short, and Tottenham playing one in the box, but they give it away, and it's Perisic, the goal scorer hero so far, who plays it out. Vega, who gave it to Ivanovic, and Ivanovic is going all alone, and it's Vega in the box, turning inside. Vega, and he's going to find, it is the third goal, and it is delirium here as Petkovic puts Dinamo in front. They pile on as they cannot believe it, and the crowd is shaking this stadium. Dinamo Zagreb have made the complete turnaround of this tie, coming in 2-0 down, and it is now 3-2. Can you believe it? And that's half time. And it only took a half for Dinamo to come in here and say, we are not done in this Champions League. And Tottenham are stunned. Half time. It is Dinamo Zagreb 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Second half now, and it is Dinamo on the attack again. It's Rodriguez. There's a confidence about the team now with what they've accomplished so far. Perisic playing it into Pekovic. The risk is still there as Pekovic is fouled. And I'm just about to say the risk is still there. If Tottenham were to score now, it would be an away goal. I still think that matters in these certain situations. And we would be knocked out as Stones gets himself a yellow card. And from the free kick, Tottenham defend that one. And they make a break here. It is Harry Kane going forward as he plays one wide to Berardi, who was one of the goal scorers in the last game. Berardi still on the ball, turns inside, beats a defender, plays one in. Harry Kane now to Royal, to Harry Kane. Harry Kane beating defenders. Harry Kane! Calvo brilliantly with the foot, saving that one and keeping Dinamo in this as we make wholesale changes now in the 75th minute. It is still 3-2 Dinamo. As Son again from the corner plays it short. Berardi turning inside. It is headed away by Ivanushets, I think it was, as we turn here and it's not quite cleared and Tottenham go back on the attack. Richarlison unable to score from range. Calvo doing what he does again. But it is another corner and it's the 80th minute now as Tottenham try to get the equaliser and potentially the game winner as the header is straight at Calvo and he makes the save brilliantly, keeping Dinamo in it. That was more remarkable than I made it sound as we try to go on the attack again. This time it's Špikić making a run and Špikić is taken down. And who is that? That's Stones. He's already on a yellow. And it is red. And John Stones is sent off. And Tottenham are down to 10 men late in this Champions League round of 16 match. It is the 84th minute. And we now have the advantage as Sanchez prepares to take the free kick. And just blasts one forward. Which is taken by Hugo Lloris, who needs to get on with it. We're in the 86th minute now, and it's Royal with the ball. And he doesn't have this kind of time to spend as Richarlison takes it. They're playing around with it way too much. It is the 90th minute, and it's Harry Kane on the ball. He's got no support, but he finds Milinkovic-Savic, and it's brilliantly defended, and that is it. That is a win in the Champions League again for Dinamo at home. What a night to remember. When they walked in here tonight, they were down 2-0 and they've walked out as winners 3-2. That man, Ivan Perisic, with 2 goals in the first half, equalising the tie, and then the third goal from Pekovic has made sure that Dinamo stay alive in this competition and Spurs go out. Dinamo Zagreb 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0. And that would do it, guys. That is the video for today. And, well, I don't know if I gave that commentary justice of how pumped up I was when I played that game. I was literally, from the beginning of it, like a big sigh, and pump myself up to get ready to play that one, because I was living on every kick. And when I scored those first 2 goals, I was, fist pumping. I had, I live and die, on these games, when it comes down to it, and it's important matches just like that one. So don't think that I'm setting this up or anything. I am definitely trying my heart out in every single game that I play, as we look forward to the quarterfinals, and we are going to be playing Liverpool in the quarterfinal. And that is it for this video. And I do apologize again that it's taken almost 2 weeks for me to get another video out. I've just been absolutely, just swamped. I haven't had time really to sit down and do this, and that's why I'm doing it from my hotel room tonight. And I took all my gear with me so I could get this one to you guys in some kind of timely fashion, because I knew and I was aware every day how long it's been. And consider yourself fortunate because I have another channel and I haven't released a video on that channel in over 2 months now. So I guess the people who follow that channel would like to see 16 videos in 2 months, or 17 videos, or whatever it is now that we're at. But unfortunately they haven't. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.